No 50 Cent JayZ conversation, questioning whether there was a competition between the two of them. There's a huge difference in energy internationally. So let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world...
Different title. Who's your favorite Wu-Tang Clan member? What? You speak English? You don't know the rap group, the Wu-Tang Clan? With the RZA, the JZA, Method Man, and all those guys?
Yo, 50 cents.
50 cents, okay.
JayZ in the image himself after a gay painter. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look.
What is a sucker, man?
50 cents. Jay goes, nobody's afraid of 50 Cent. His safe presentation, what the glasses represent? Intelligence, right? A nerd, maybe? Yeah, why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of JayZ? His largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, plural, 2 of them sold 5 million.
This footage is now seeing the light of day. What was he intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he was doing that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the scenes with him.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and JayZ. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social
No, he
media
did it.
talking about
He
it.
did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
I'm just not with all that flicky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
You ever notice how some celebrity beefs start over business, but end up feeling way more personal than that? That's exactly what happened here. Because this wasn't just about music. This was about pride, power, and who gets the last laugh in public. So let's rewind. This whole situation started with something that honestly sounded harmless at first. 2 legends in hip-hop culture talking about a versus battle. You know how those battles go. Nostalgia, bragging rights, old hits playing loud while fans argue online about who really won. But behind the scenes, things were already a little tense. Both artists were in Los Angeles, pitching show ideas, talking business moves, and somewhere in between all that, the versus conversation came up. According to what was shared publicly, one of them suggested they should go ahead and start the conversation about doing the battle. The plan sounded simple. One would call the other out first, then the other would follow. But instead of following the script, things went sideways. Because social media is where diplomacy goes to die. Instead of playing along, one of them started posting online, turning what could have been a friendly competition into full digital warfare. And that's when the fans started picking sides. Some people thought it was funny, others thought it was messy. But what nobody expected was how personal things were about to get. And that wasn't even the worst part yet. Because once the online shots started flying, the tone shifted from competition to straight-up disrespect. Now here's where things escalated. A post appeared targeting someone who wasn't even in the original conflict. Someone who was simply connected to the situation through family and social circles. And that's where the internet really exploded. Because people will tolerate competition, but dragging family into it, that's when things get ugly fast. The post sparked immediate backlash. Fans started arguing in comment sections. Some defended the move, saying it was just petty humor. Others said it crossed a line because appearance jokes have been used for years to publicly shame women in entertainment spaces. And while the online debate was heating up, something even more emotional happened. The next generation stepped in. And when younger family members get involved in adult beefs, things usually stop being funny real fast. Because instead of just trading jokes online, the situation turned into generational defense, family loyalty versus public reputation. And the comments from that younger generation were harsh, real emotional, real personal. The message was basically, don't disrespect family if you don't want that energy returned to you. But that wasn't the end, because then a powerful cultural figure stepped into the situation. Not to fight, but to show support. The support post was simple, positive, encouraging, highlighting confidence, beauty, and feminine strength. It wasn't an attack. It was basically saying, I see you, I support you. But somehow, that made things even worse. Because sometimes in celebrity culture, neutrality is seen as choosing a side. And that's when the response came. The response wasn't subtle, it was aggressive. Personal photos were posted publicly. And not just any photos, unflattering ones designed to spark humiliation jokes online. And that's when the conversation stopped being about music or business and started being about dignity. Because social media has changed celebrity beef forever. Back in the day, artists would diss each other in songs. Now, they diss each other in real time with photos, memes, and clips designed to go viral. And the dangerous part? Virality runs on emotional reactions. Anger, shock, outrage. Those are the fastest ways to dominate social media algorithms. But here's where the story gets even crazier. Because once family members started getting dragged, more people stepped in to defend them. Fans started debating morality. Some people said celebrities should be able to handle online jokes because fame comes with criticism. Others said there's a difference between criticism and humiliation, and that debate turned the situation into a full culture war online. Then more shots were fired, more posts appeared, more insults. Even older generations of entertainment culture started getting pulled into the conversation, and some fans noticed something interesting. The posts didn't stay up long, which made people speculate that maybe someone behind the scenes started making calls. Because in the entertainment industry, power isn't always about who talks the loudest online. Sometimes it's about who controls the opportunities, the contracts, and the business relationships behind closed doors. And when money is involved, beefs usually don't last very long, because controversy can bring attention, but it can also destroy brand partnerships. And nobody wants to lose money over social media drama. So eventually, the posts disappeared, deleted, like they never happened, which made people start analyzing the situation deeper. Was this a victory for diplomacy, or just a strategic retreat? Some people said it was a power move. Others said it showed who actually had more industry influence. Meanwhile, public reaction was completely divided. Some fans loved the petty entertainment. They called it viral marketing energy, internet chaos that keeps people talking. Others were uncomfortable, especially because of how the conflict evolved from business competition into attacks on appearance and family. And that's where the real philosophical question came in. How much of celebrity behavior is entertainment? And how much is just people showing who they really are when they think cameras aren't watching? Because fame doesn't automatically make someone emotionally mature. Sometimes fame just gives people a bigger microphone. And sometimes that microphone reveals personality traits people might not have noticed before. Some people argued that this was just classic social media trolling culture. Others said it was deeper than that. That this was about masculinity, respect, power, and how men in entertainment sometimes express conflict through public humiliation instead of private conversation. And then came the biggest irony of the whole situation. Because while the online drama was happening, career moves were still being made behind the scenes, like nothing was actually falling apart. That's how the entertainment world really works. One minute people are trading shots online, and the next minute they're sitting in meetings, signing deals, shaking hands, and planning the next big business move. New business partnerships were being promoted quietly. Photos with powerful industry figures started appearing across social media timelines, almost like subtle reminders that real power doesn't always live in comment sections or viral posts. Sometimes real influence moves in silence, behind closed doors, far away from public arguments. And that's usually how entertainment conflicts end. Not with emotional apologies or dramatic public statements, not with long heartfelt speeches trying to fix reputations overnight. Instead, things just fade slowly. People stop posting. The energy cools down. Everyone acts like it never really happened, even though the internet never fully forgets. Screenshots stay alive forever. Old tweets get pulled back up years later. Fans keep arguing in comment sections like they're defending their favorite athlete in a championship game. Because to fans, these conflicts are more than gossip. They become cultural moments. And that's what makes situations like this so interesting beyond simple celebrity drama. This wasn't just two people beefing online. This was a reflection of how modern fame actually operates in the digital age. Fast reactions replace thoughtful conversations. Public humiliation sometimes gets used as entertainment. Viral moments can feel more important than actual music releases. Industry politics influence what gets said publicly versus what gets handled privately. And family loyalty becomes part of the story even when family members never asked to be involved in the first place. And maybe the biggest question that comes out of all this is simple but powerful. Does winning online actually mean anything if you lose respect offline? Or is this just the price of fame in an era where drama spreads faster than music drops? Because nowadays, controversy can travel across the world in minutes, while real reconciliation might never even make it to the public timeline. Because in this culture, the music is loud. But the backstory, the business moves, the emotional battles, the power struggles, that's usually even louder, even when nobody is talking about it openly. And honestly, celebrity lives aren't just about fame. They're about survival, reputation, ego protection, business strategy, and staying relevant in a world that moves faster every single day. So, what do you think? Was this just petty online drama? Or was this a bigger power play hiding behind social media chaos? Drop your thoughts below. And if you like deep dives that go beyond surface headlines and unpack the real stories behind the drama, hit that subscribe button. Because we don't just chase viral moments here, we break down why they happen. And until next time, stay aware, stay sharp, and don't let the internet think for you. Thanks for watching full video. Give comments and like the video. Stay tuned for such more videos. Do not forget to subscribe the channel. Love you all.